something.
Hi, Jared.
Hi, Suze.
You can't just boss me.
I'm going to mute myself for a second while my children are yelling.
Okay, and we'll see when people pop up, right? Hi there. We've got people in the video right now, Suze. Hi, everybody. Those that are with us, my name's Jared Gertner, and I have been involved with Opening Act for a real long time, starting as a volunteer, and then I think was the first ever person to come in and as a guest artist and teach, and I am on the Artistic Advisory Board. And this is my dear friend, Suzy Myers.
Here I am!
There she is!
And we are just at home. Hi, Leah, Gabby, Marcus, Rachel, James is on. Oh my gosh. We are at home. I have my son. This is Gus Jackson.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
And we're so excited to have you all joining us tonight. Caleb is on. Oh, Caleb is one of our amazing Opening Act alums. And he has also played some mean games of soccer with my son, Gus. So why don't we start, Jared, with just talking about why we're doing this.
What we're doing,
yeah.
What this craziness is. Yeah, so we're calling this event Show Up to Yes And.
Yeah.
Yes And is a popular tenet in improv and something we talk about a lot in Opening Act, both with the work we do and also with the way we approach life and approach our work and approach students. And in light of what's going on in the world and everything changing, we had to sort of think on our feet. And unfortunately, our big play reading that is supposed to happen every year, that brings in a large chunk of our money and is a big thing that everyone looks forward to, we had to cancel. So we very quickly rethought some things, and here we are. And from 6:30 to 7, we're gonna have this big event. And right now, you that are signed on already are part of our pre-show red carpet.
Yeah, and so Opening Act, we have 6 core values, and showing up and yes and are 2 of those. And it's interesting to think about how those values play out in the classroom and then how they play out in the Opening Act office or around the Opening Act board table or in our events. But I mean, showing up, obviously in its most simple form is for our students to show up for each other, to show up for rehearsal. We, from the first day they come into our program, we treat them as professional artists. There's no, there's no excuse slips if they have to go to the doctor or miss a class. We say, like, you're professional artists here, and what we need you to do is show up for your ensemble members. And in this moment in time, what we want to do is remind everyone to show up for each other, and how we show up is obviously looking different than it has in the past. Tonight we show up in this way. And then yes and, a lot of you all know, but yes and is a sort of a golden, we call it the golden rule of improv, which is when you're improvising a scene, if I make an offer, Jared says yes to that offer and he adds on to it. And it can seem simple, but it's actually pretty profound when you apply it to your life. And sort of with any obstacle that gets thrown your way, you just say yes to that obstacle and you move forward and you figure out a way.
And what can I add to it? How can I help? Exactly. Oh, hi, Heidi and Lucy. Hi, Nancy. Suze, your mom's on.
Oh, hi, Mom.
So for those who are newer to Opening Act and are maybe signing on to this because they found out about it online, Suzy Myers Jackson has been the executive director for how long now?
Well, I've been working for Opening Act for about 17 years, and I've been executive director for about 11 of those.
And anyone who knows Opening Act knows Suzy, knows the amazing work she does. I'm super grateful to Suzy because she introduced me to Opening Act and brought me into it. And it's been a big joy in my life to be able to be a part of it and to help out however I can. And this was supposed to be Suzy's big last play reading event, right? And now we've rethought it a little bit.
Yeah.
And am I mistaken, Gus, was this supposed to be the first one of the big play readings, Mom's big play readings you were going to go to?
Yes, it was gonna be the first I was gonna go to.
The first. And how are you feeling about this now that we're doing it this way?
I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Well, you get to star in it now. Look at you.
One of
Everybody's
the things
watching.
that said to me when I said we had to cancel the play reading was, so I'm not going to get to wear my bow tie? Which he's actually decided tonight to not wear his bow tie. He's sort of doing more of a business casual look. But you still got
It's
dressed
really
up.
working for you, buddy. Hey, speaking of of what people are wearing, it is the red carpet. So, Suzy, tell everybody at home, what are you wearing?
Great, I'm going to...
I guess we'll say, who are you wearing? Who are you wearing tonight?
I don't know who I'm wearing. I'm wearing a black... I'm wearing a black dress, which I have actually worn to 2, make this 3 play readings. I obviously didn't have time to go shopping, so this has done me well for 2 other events. And on those
Little
2
black
events,
dress, it's a
are different shoes. And so tonight, because I'm at home, I'm wearing, can we see this? My Uggs.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can be really comfy. So I'm wearing a black dress and I'm wearing my Uggs. And Gus, do you want to do a runway? What are you wearing tonight, Gus?
I'm wearing a button-down shirt, and I'm wearing jeans, and yeah.
And what about your hair? Because I know you did your hair special.
Yeah, I put gel in my hair.
Yeah.
Ooh, gel. Thanks for turning it on for us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we're talking about being comfortable while we dress.
Yeah.
Would you like to know who I'm wearing?
I would love to. I see you've got on a really nice jacket.
I do.
Hi.
This event gave me a reason to take a shower, which I'm grateful for, and to get dressed in something other than my pajamas that I chase my kid around the house in. So I'm actually wearing a Brooks Brothers suit,
Okay.
a nice tie. But since you're only seeing me from here up, I am going to reveal to everyone that I am wearing my pajamas on the bottom.
Yes, you are.
And slippers, just like Suze. I have Ugg slippers on. So
That's amazing.
business up top, party on the bottom.
And we're getting a lot. Look at this. Annie Parisse is saying, you two look fab.
Thank you.
Oh, Brandy, thank you. That's my sister-in-law saying we're looking good. Yes, Gus. Charlie, your Gus sees that. Amazing. You all, thank you so much for being a part of this with us. I think, do we want...
So nice.
Gus had planned to share a riddle. Do you want to do that? And then maybe we'll bring out our first guest for the red carpet.
So why don't we have Gus do this riddle, and
Okay.
then we can see if you guys know the answer. Add it to the chat.
Yeah. Perfect. Oh,
Go ahead,
Joan
Gus.
would be so proud. Thank you, Jonathan. Okay, what's your riddle, Gus?
What travels the world but stays in one corner?
What
travels
travels the world but stays in one corner? If you have a guess, don't respond to it.
Oh,
I see some
we
people.
have one. We have one guess. Oh,
We got a couple.
is it a stamp?
Wait, someone says poop. Ham hacker.
Definitely
No,
poop.
it's not poop. Do you want to reveal the answer?
Yes.
Wait, okay.
That's great. Do you have another one?
Adam Cancer says, yes, postage stamp. Okay, what do you think? What is it?
Stamp. It's a stamp.
It's a stamp.
Fantastic. Do you have one more?
One more riddle?
No.
No. What about, we can do Charlie's go-to. Charlie's decided to be off camera tonight. This is actually
So has
just
my
I
son.
think that he learned from Rachel Abick, who is our amazing executive assistant at Opening
Right
Act.
there.
And it goes like this. Let's make sure I don't mess it up.
Hey, what?
Why do seals swim in salt water? Why do seals swim in salt water? Can anyone make a guess? Allie Cameron saying why. Does anyone have a guess?
This is.
Oh, Rachel's excited. She likes this.
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Don't give the
she's-
answer. Don't give the answer.
Wait.
Why do seals
We actually-
swim in salt water? Any guesses? Because they're salty. Izzy guesses. That's one of my Opening Act students. I love you.
A
Izzy.
good guess.
Because they can't walk, because they love sea salt, to float. We're getting closer. Do you remember the reveal?
Sort of.
The answer
I
is
know. So he says, can I say it?
Yeah.
Because of pepper?
Because
Achoo, achoo.
pepper water is too spicy. Achoo!
Bravo.
Thank
Wait,
you.
Can we
Thank
do?
you.
Bravo. For
Wait.
those of you who are just signing in, because we had a big influx of people come on here, we should just say a quick welcome again, Suze. You are in the pre-show red carpet event right now for Show Up to Say Yes, for Yes and for opening act. This is Suzy Myers. What is your title now?
Well, I'm a strategic advisor right now.
Strategic advisor. She has been the executive director for many, many years. I'm Gertner. I'm on the artistic advisory board. We're very happy to be here. We're happy to have a reason to put on fancy clothes. And we've just been talking about what this event is. It's starting at 6:30. The real event is starting at 6:30, but we're so happy you're here getting settled in so that there is no lag time from when we start the madness at 6:30. Or 6:30 Eastern time. It's only 3:30. It's only 3:11 here in Los Angeles where I am. So Suze, should we bring out a guest?
Yeah, we should, but I just need to say, Paul Gutkowski, thank you so much for saying my hair looks fantastic.
Paul?
And just a reminder on the comments, like in the chat, if you want to make sure that your comments are seen by everyone, at the bottom there's a little blue drop down. Make sure you're selecting that comments are going to panelists and all attendees instead of just panelists. That way everybody can see it, and we can all be.
Please feel free to chime in. Please feel free to chime in throughout, and if we can go to what you've just asked or said, awesome. James Eigelhart, you're beautiful. Hi, James Eigelhart.
Wait,
James
and
Eigelhart is going to be up at the end of this event to do a really exciting freestyle based on words that you guys are going to suggest. James Eigelhart is my buddy from 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. He won the Tony Award for Aladdin, played the genie, and pretty much one of the coolest guys you'll ever meet. And you will meet him tonight at Show Up to Say Yes and when he freestyles for us.
And before we bring on our first guest, can you all, anybody who has children with them, I'm going to say children under the age of 15, just give me a comment right now that says kids. And then if I see a bunch of you, oh, I see kids. Kids. I'm going to give you, okay, great. So if you have children.
No naughty words.
If you have children, we're going to give you a challenge for your kids to do while we're interviewing our next guest. So any kids who are here, we have a challenge for you, and it means that you can win a prize. We want you to go find 3 things. Yes, 16 totally counts. We want you to find 3 things in your house, your apartment, wherever you are. We want you to go find something that's shiny, something that's furry, and something that makes you smile. You have to actually go physically find those, bring those back to your device, your computer, your phone, whatever you're on. Yes, shiny, furry,
and makes you smile.
And if you find those 3 things, type them in. And we're gonna give some prizes out, some virtual improv sessions with the incredible teaching artists of Opening Act. So children, go find something that's shiny.
This is a very cool prize.
Furry, something that makes you smile. And in the meantime,
it's a very cool prize. We all need things to do right now, and a virtual improv lesson from one of these amazing teachers would be so fun.
In the meantime, Erika Atkins, our amazing deputy director, raise your hand. Alex is going to bring you in. I cannot wait to see what you're wearing.
Come on. Hey there. I see your picture. Hi, Erika.
Yes!
Erika, let's just start right off. Who are you wearing? What are you wearing? What's happening? You look amazing.
Yeah, so I too have actually gotten dressed for the first time in days. Been a lot of yoga pants happening right now. So I went in my closet for the first time. My outfit was actually picked out by one of our board members, Pam Hacker. This is what I was supposed to wear to the gala. So
yes, you look like J-Lo.
Ooh,
okay.
It's amazing. That was worth the whole event.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, everyone.
So can you tell us, Erika, how the Opening Act staff has been staying connected during all of this this madness of all of us having to stay home, and how are you all staying connected to each other and also to your students?
Yeah, so it's been a really interesting experience for all of us to come together during a time when we all live all across the city. I live in Harlem, Marcus lives in Inwood, Matthew and Sarah live in Brooklyn. We're all over the place. And so what we've been doing is that we've been having check-ins as a staff where we'll all just get on a call once or twice a week, and we all get to see each other and we get to talk to each other, and we'll talk to each other about what we're working on, what's going on in our lives, how is all of this affecting each of us, so we can continue to check in on each other. And then we talk about our students and what's happening with them. Has anybody been talking to anyone? And we've also been having check-ins with our teaching artists as well. And we've just been working together to try to stay connected with our community, with our students. And I got to give a shout out to our board, because a lot of them have been really great about reaching out and checking in on us as well, and letting us know that if we need anything, they're there for us. So it's been, the opening act community has really risen to the occasion.
That's really great. That's so great that you guys are able to do that. And honestly, we're all very lucky that even in this crisis, we have all these means to still communicate with each other. Mm-hmm. You teach in the D79 program, is that right?
I do. I teach at Harlem Renaissance.
Can you tell us what your favorite moment?
Oh, say what D79 is? Yeah, I'll say it. Yeah. D79 is an alternative high school program where students are working to get their high school equivalency degree. Opening Act is at, I believe, 10 programs throughout Manhattan, and I teach at Harlem Renaissance, which is one of the OG D79 programs that we were at, and I love being there. It's great. I love it. And so I've been there for the past year, and previous to that, I was teaching at the Water's Edge campus in Brooklyn.
Got it. Can you share something that's happened this year that was maybe a favorite moment before we were sent away to our homes?
Actually, yeah. So our very last class that we had a couple weeks ago, we did an improv scene that was shopping in Target for supplies because the coronavirus was coming, and it was maybe one of the funniest scenes I have ever seen. And people were running over each other with carts, and they were stealing stuff, and they were why is everything so expensive? And the best part was that they were actually all, because group scene can be really hard, they were all taking the time to listen to each other, react to each other, and really yes and everything they were doing in the moment. So it's super fun to do that with them.
That's great to be able to work through the craziness that they were actually experiencing in life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm seeing some people who are coming back with their shiny, furry, happy things. So I'm going to award some prizes right now. And I think if these are the first three that I'm seeing, if I'm wrong, I'll catch you later. Don't you worry. But we're going to give a prize to Erika. You're getting so much love on here. I can't see. I'm gonna have to look it up, but someone said that they got a Be More Chill playbill, a shiny belt, and a furry cover. Boom, you're getting a 30 minutes with an opening act teaching artist.
Awesome.
Shiny geode, furry kitty, makes me smile, favorite book or book. I don't know, but you're getting a prize. And the third one I see after, but why is Erika so fabulous right now, is from Dylan Miller. Shiny makeup bag, furry plush seahorse, happy, a playbill of mine. And I'm just going to give a fourth one to the next person, Brianna. Shiny, a dime, furry, a teddy bear, and a stuffed animal that was given to me as a baby. Boom. You four are all getting half-hour sessions with opening artists, virtual improv. And I'll figure out how I'm letting you know about that later. But in the meantime, Erika,
congratulations
for you. And I think we should bring on our next interviewee of the red carpet.
For sure. Thanks.
Johnson.
Marcus Johnson, are you there? Raise your hand. Erika, thank you for joining us and for gifting us with that outfit.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Hi, Marcus.
Hey, what's going on?
I have to say before we get started, I just got a text message from my parents saying they're watching, and they're chatting, but I have not seen their chats. So I have to say hello to them, or else I'll never hear the end of it.
Hi, Jared's parents.
Everyone now. Hi, Jared's parents from wherever you are. Hi, Marcus. So
Look at
Marcus
you
is
in
the
your
director of.
suit jacket and your opening act teaching, your opening act t-shirt, Marcus. I love it.
How to represent. So Marcus, you're the director of programming at Opening Act. How do you respond to a moment like this as the director of programming?
You know what? I'm just looking at this moment as an opportunity to show up for our students in very new and exciting ways. We're working really hard to just approach everything with optimism and with an attitude of yes and. So I'm feeling great. We're doing the thing.
That's great. Do you want to send a message to any of the students who are watching?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna keep showing up for you the way you show up for us and your ensembles every week. This is a two-way street. Our students mean the world to us and impact us in ways that you couldn't imagine. So we're gonna keep showing up for you.
That's awesome. We're using a hashtag for this event, hashtag show up to yes and. So that's perfect. Everyone should feel free to use that throughout the night. If you want to take pictures of yourselves doing whatever silly thing we have you do, send that out.
Yay. And I'm gonna bring on Marcus. We love you. Thank you for making an appearance.
Bye,
Our
Marcus.
guest is Annie Parisse. Annie, if you'll raise your hand with that little button, Alex will bring you in. And Annie is not only a volunteer and incredible supporter of Opening Act, who I feel really, really blessed to have been introduced to through the amazing Jill McGrath. Jill, I hope you're watching too. But she's an actress. There she is! Who you
Hi.
probably recognize from a million shows, most recently the hit show Friends from College. Annie has been volunteering weekly with us at the program that I still teach at in Brooklyn. Annie, I'm gonna kick this off with a magic clay exercise. And if you have children watching with you, you can have them do this. Anybody who's watching. So I have a ball of magic clay. Oh yeah, bring your kids in.
Come in.
Where's oh yay, hi. Okay, so everybody who's watching, imagine you have a ball of magic clay, okay? You can shape that clay into anything that brings you joy right now. So I'm gonna start shaping my clay into something that brings me joy, which is, for me, it's a flower, and I'm gonna smell it. So we do this at Opening Act. You're gonna shape your clay and then you're gonna use the object, whatever you created. So Annie, maybe each of your kids and you can tell us what you created and use it for us.
I made my bicycle seat and my bike handlebars.
Nice.
Now I'm gonna get on and go for a ride.
Get some fresh air.
Amazing.
Feel the wind. What did you?
I made a penguin because penguins are my favorite animals.
I love that.
That's a great one.
Bunny because bunnies are my favorite animals.
That's so great. And I'm seeing a bunch of comments. Okay, please keep adding your comments.
Acoustic guitar.
Nikki, God bless. You made your wine glass. Thank you. We've got an ice cream sundae, a big slice of cake, a steamed crab. Oh, Leah.
I made a Lego set. I've been doing a lot of Lego with my son. Mine is a Lego set.
A tissue, a giraffe, Legos, our cats, a wolf, a piano.
A piano? This is awesome. So Annie, you've tell us about your involvement with Opening Act and what has moved you about being a part of this incredible organization that we all get to take part in.
It is such an honor and a pleasure every week to go to Cobble Hill and work with all of the students in that program and the incredible teaching artists there, JT and Halima, hi, Suzy. I'm always so moved by both the breadth of creativity and also just the generosity that all the students bring. They are so kind to each other, and I feel like there's so much just love expressed in the room. And I know that those years of being a teenager, it can be hard to let down your guard and share the love. And so I'm always so deeply impressed and moved by how willing, ready, and able the students are every week to share with each other and express their generosity to each other.
I feel the same way, and they're so lucky to have had you and for your involvement. Thank you for being a part of it.
And I have to say that every week, watching Annie jump on stage with our students improvise and take on whatever characters they give her and fill in has been such a joy. And so, Annie, we're so, so grateful. We love you from afar.
I love my
Thanks for saying hi.
yeah.
So next we're gonna bring, bye-bye. We're gonna bring in Cathleen Carr. Kathleen, if you're there, raise your hand. Come on in. Kathleen is both Opening Act's Associate Director of Impact and Communications and a longtime improviser and comedian. And I've heard has a very infectious laugh.
She does.
And there she is. Hi, Kathleen. What are you wearing?
Hello,
What have
everyone.
you worn on our red carpet tonight?
I am wearing Uniqlo. I'm kind of the Diane Keaton of the organization, I think, and I've got Uniqlo. And I'm
Yeah,
wearing
100%.
Baci, which is this Italian clothier that has a little storefront in Dumbo around the corner from our office that I enjoy a lot. So, only the
So
best.
great.
Yeah.
They tell me that you're hilarious and that you might have have some jokes for us.
I've got a couple of jokes. I
Oh
wrote
gosh,
them,
love it.
I wrote them this afternoon. So I'm gonna first do the setup, and I know we have to move quickly, so I'll make this quick. All right, so here's the setup, right? Oh, we're all working from home and social distancing. It's really difficult right now, and we're all kind of learning this new way of working. So art is really important because it's an opportunity for us to process these big things that are happening in our lives in real time. So I, this afternoon, wrote just a super quick play. Lights Up, Act 1. Kathleen and Marcus try to schedule a meeting over GChat. Marcus. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Kathleen is the first one. Do you have time for a quick talk? Marcus. Video or phone? Kathleen. I can hear better over video. Marcus. Okay, let me put a shirt on. Act 2. Kathleen and Marcus try and schedule a meeting over GChat again. Marcus. I know we're all zoomed out. Let me know if you and I can touch base for like 15 minutes today. Kathleen. I feel like the world is closing in on me. But maybe later today? Marcus. Sure. And a really quick Act 3. This one's not scripted. This one's just a little bit of a solo character piece. So it's everyone's first all-staff Zoom meeting. Okay, here we go. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. I see everyone's just popping up on the screen right here. Good to hear you. Okay, great. Hi, Diane. See you there. Okay, so I think we're all going to have to mute. I think we're going to have to mute right now. I'm sorry, Bob. I can only hear your dog. Yeah, I can only hear your dog. Okay, if you could just mute right now. Okay, so we're going to do a quick check-in. I really appreciate everyone being flexible and patient during this time, this unprecedented time. Okay, great. All right, great. So Diane, why don't we do a check-in? How are you? Oh, you know what, Diane? I can only see your elbow right now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, actually, can you? Okay, and now I can't hear you. You're muted. You're muted. Okay, great. Okay, Frank. Frank, it looks like you're sharing your screen. I'm not sure. How are you doing that, Frank? Oh, actually, Frank, you're sharing something that's very inappropriate right now. So if you could just, okay, you know what, Frank, why don't you just leave the meeting? Okay, we'll just have you leave the meeting, and then you can just jump back right in, okay? We're just gonna start fresh, okay? All right, yeah, no, I'm sorry, sweetie. Mommy's having a meeting right now. Yeah, Mommy's having a meeting. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to end the meeting quickly because my children need a pickle. And see.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo.
So, it's a cathartic moment.
Amazing.
We're all just trying, aren't we? Doing the best we can.
Amazing.
Suzy, it's almost 6:30. Can we say hi? Should we say hi to Odley?
Yeah, so Odley, if you could raise your hand right now really quickly. Odley Jean is an incredible alum of Opening Act. She's just a beautiful spirit person. And she's also starring in the upcoming Netflix original series Grand Army, which is so exciting. Premieres in April. We're all going to have a lot of time to watch it. So, yes, Odley.
Hello, guys. Everybody looks amazing.
You too. Welcome. Welcome to our little pre-show.
Yes.
Can you tell us quickly what your experience was like in high school with Opening Act?
Well, I have to say Opening Act saved me, to be honest. Just outside of like living a hectic high school teenage life, I felt like the world was closing in on me, so I felt that. And just going through all the stuff in high school, I felt like opening act was literally that moment where everything just paused and I had a chance to finally just look into who I am as a person, and especially having the passion of acting and not having the confidence to do so. I felt like opening act actually challenged me to challenge myself and step out of my comfort zone and actually do what I love, and especially just be like, just have a place where I'm comfortable with everyone, and it's just such a safe space. And I made amazing friends, and also I gained like the best confidence, especially the nonstop opportunities that were offered, the scholarships, the summer conservatory, being able to take my first ever dance class because I had a scholarship, my first ever film class, seeing my first Broadway play. Like it was amazing. And I felt like opening act created a space for me to just be a teenager and be hopeful and, you know, just to want more for myself and my future.
That's so beautiful. And that's why we're all here tonight. We want to do as much as we can for opening act so that they can keep doing this kind of thing and changing lives.
Yes, it's so worth it. Trust me.
Thank you so much for saying hi.
Yeah, we love you, Odley.
I love you too.
We're gonna
Kathleen, I miss you so much.
Bye, Odley. Bye.
We're gonna bring one final guest for our red carpet before we head into the official show. Jared, you do this amazing introduction.
Okay, we are wrapping up our red carpet with one of my favorite people. He is a Tony-nominated actor for the show Mean Girls. His name is Gray Henson. Gray, if you're there, will you hit that little waving icon at the bottom? Oh, I see he's coming up. Gray and I did the Book of Mormon together, and he's pretty much the greatest guy you're ever going to meet. And he is here because he is actually offering something in our amazing raffle. Hi, Gray!
You're wearing sequins! Yes!
You look very fancy, my friend.
Yes, hi, friends.
So, Gray, you're here because what are you offering us for our raffle that we have?
A video, right? A personalized video, a song, whatever someone wants me to do within guidelines, right?
So
That's right. We have this amazing raffle.
If I win the raffle, I can just ask you to sing whatever little song I want you to sing, and you'll send it to me, personal, just for me.
Yeah, names and everything. Yeah, whatever.
What are you hoping that people ask you to sing? I want like a video of Gray singing like "Don't Cry Me Argentina" or something fabulous.
Well, probably that. Anything by Patti LuPone, I think, is in my book already. So
listen up if you win that prize. Gray is one of many Broadway stars who are offering that. Actually, our friend Nikki James is offering that, and Johnny Tartaglia from Avenue Q, Tony winner Faith Prince, James Snyder, who's in Harry Potter right now, playing the title role, Caitlin Kanunen. And there are prepared meals. There's a tickets and a dinner to Jagged Little Pill when the world opens up again. A stay in Hilton Head Island with airfare included.
And there's
so many
a
cool
bunch
things. So check it out.
There's a bunch of raffle items that we pulled together in the last 48 hours that people can really take advantage of and take comfort in right now. We've got food delivery services that are actually happening in New York. We've got a year-long subscription to Audible, a year-long subscription to master classes online. We've got amazing opening act teaching artists who have donated their services to tutor, to do video games, all these amazing things that you can use right now at home.
openingact.org/raffle. That's where you'll find that. It's open till April 6th. Gray, what are you doing right now to spark joy, real quickly? What are you doing in your life to keep joy in your...
I know, it's hard, isn't it? I just did a yoga class in my living room, so that was great. What else am I doing to spark joy? Trying to get outside and stay away from people, I guess, you know? It's definitely weird time, and mostly just talking to my friends on FaceTime, you know? Talking to friends more now than I probably ever have.
Well, let's FaceTime this week.
Please, would love.
Thanks for saying hi, Gray. We love you so much, and thanks for offering this incredible video for the raffle.
Whenever. Bye.
So,
bye.
Jared, I'm going to ask everyone to respond to one quick thing in the comments, and then we're going to officially kick off the show. So, we want to know who's on this call, this Zoom. So, I don't know if you can see, but on my chalkboard, my children, Gus and Charlie, helped me I had to explain what hashtags were. And they wrote a bunch of hashtags. And basically, if you can comment hashtag OA, whatever part of this community you are, hashtag OA supporter, hashtag OA board member, hashtag OA teaching artist, hashtag OA newbie, hashtag OA guest artist. Yes,
OA alum.
popping up. OA student, OA alum.
Here we are.
Here, oh my God, this is so exciting. Great. So
Hashtag
keep that
OA
going.
parents of host.
Hashtag OA parent. Yeah, we want to know who's here. And in the
Oh,
meantime,
you're all popping up. We're so happy to see you.
amazing. Yay!
Thank you for being here. We are now officially we're in our event, you guys.
We're in it. So
This is Show Up to Yes and for opening act.
yeah. So
For
show
those who
up.
just
Yes,
came in,
and.
Suzy Jackson, Jared Gertner.
If you didn't hear us earlier, showing up and yes-anding are two of opening act's core values, and we are living them out to the absolute fullest in this moment. Now, this event that was supposed to take place on April 6th at the New York Historical Society and was supposed to be called History in the Making was going to be a really special moment for us as an organization to welcome and introduce our incredible new executive director, zaretaricks, to the world. And we can't be there, obviously, in the theater, but we are here. And so we are going to introduce her to you now. So before we bring out Zareta, I want to get our energy up. Folks, if you have your children anywhere near you, call them. I'm going to see if I can get Gus to come down because we're going to do something physical and fun. And Flako Jimenez and Julia Cerner-Frest are two of our amazing teaching artists. If you two can click that little raise your hand button, Alex will bring you in. They are going to lead us in one of our favorite opening act activities, which is the 8-count shakeout. So we can all get our bodies moving and get so much energy going to welcome Zareta, she also goes by Z, to the opening act family. I'm going to mute myself. Flako and Julia, take it away.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, where am I?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Oh, no, I'm not here.
Yes, you are. I can hear you.
You can
You're
hear me?
here.
Oh,
Yes.
We can hear you start your video.
Woo!
We ain't get work. Whoop, whoop.
Okay, great.
Great. Boom. Onesie up. You got your onesie on?
I got my onesie.
We're ready here for you. So we're asking everybody. We usually do this in a circle, and we ask people to do an 8-count shake. But now, since we don't have a circle, we're asking you to do this with your family. And we are asking you to do an 8-count shake for your hands, your feet, your head, your shoulder, your hips, your whole body. So Julia will lead this exercise because we're in separate computers.
Here we go. Everybody raise your hands up. Here we go. We're going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Head. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whole body. 2, 3, 4, 5. Downward. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Head. 2, 3, 4. Shoulders. 2, 3, 4. Hips. 2, 3, 4. Whole body. Just 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Head. 2. Shoulders. 2. Hips. 2. Whole body. Just 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1.
Woo!
Woo!
Thank you for doing this.
Wherever you are, give Flako and Julia a round of applause.
Thank you for being here. Started off right.
All right, so now, while our energy is pumping and we're feeling excited, zaretaricks, opening act, new executive director, raise your hand so Alex can bring you in. When I dreamed of who could step in and take over running this organization, and yes, and the heck, because this is a family-friendly event, out of what we, everyone on this call, have collectively built together, zaretaricks, even though I didn't know her, turned out to be everyone's dream come true. She is beautiful, she is compassionate, she is smart, she has so much heart and love and expertise and skill, and we are so, so, so honored to have you leading the charge. So Z, I'm gonna hand you the baton. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, I got my baton. I'm handing it to you. Boom.
I got it.
Yes. All right, take it away. And before you take it away, Jared, we love you to pieces. Thank you for hosting our pre-show red carpet. Stay on and watch and enjoy. Thank you.
It was my pleasure. Suze, thanks for everything you've done for all these years. Zarita, we're so excited you're here to lead us into the
Jared,
next
thank
chapter.
you. Thank you,
Everyone
thank
have fun tonight.
Okay.
Hey everyone, oh my goodness, this is super exciting. I am just like so full of joy at this moment, and I just want to welcome you all to a very special evening for all of us. With everything that's going on in this world, I am so happy that we are able to come together and just enjoy some magical time together. What a welcome. I had no idea, you know, when I accepted this role, that my debut to the world would actually be a debut to the world. And so, again, thank you so much for joining us tonight, for taking some time out of your day to just really, you know, be a part of life outside of this social distancing. And so, you know, art and resilience, what we're learning, is really what is getting us through these really hard times. Talking to our young people and staying connected with them, they are really, you know, helping us to understand how important our programming is. And we continue every single day to teach our young people the skills and teach them resiliency and the importance of positive relationships through difficult times. So again, thank you for helping us. We have transitioned from the stage to now having our virtual doors open, and we really need your help to ensure that we can continue to do that. Some of the things that we're doing right now is we have already launched our virtual program for our fellows, and these are our young adults that not only are they teaching artist assistants, but they also participate in these really engaging workshops to prepare them for a career in the world at large. And so they've been meeting a couple of times a week. They've already taken over the social media platform for us, and they are really thriving in this time of crisis. And so we could not offer our young people these types of opportunities and this continuity, and we would not be able to be a consistent presence in this world of inconsistency without your support. And so again, we just want to say thank you. I thank you. I thank the opening act team for this first couple of weeks of craziness, having Suzy on my team as my strategic advisor. The great thing about it is that we're still on stage. The curtain is still open. We're still making things happen. And again, we thank you. And so get ready to enjoy yourself tonight. And we're going to kick it off with an opening act alum. His name is Keybo Carrillo Jr. He is an incredibly talented writer and actor, and he's here to share with you a new piece he created in just the past few days. And so Keybo, if you're ready to take it away, can you please raise your hand and let us know that you're here?
Some of you may recognize Keybo when you see him. He performed last year at our play reading, popped up from the audience, did a spoken word piece that our director last year, who had been a director on Deaf Poetry Jam, said was one of the most amazing pieces that she had ever heard. So Keybo, do you have your little raise the hand thing so we can pull you in? Because you all are going to be blown away. We've been texting back and forth as he's been writing this. There he is.
There he is.
And all of us have been crying.
How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? Oh, I can't hear nobody.
You just got to take it away and
Oh,
own
we
it.
just going. Okay, how are you? How are you?
Just go.
All right, let's go. Opening act. A place where they allow you to be you. Creative, wacky, and passionate. A place where they allow the unheard and unseen to turn their dreams into reality. To use their voice. To speak their truth. Because everyone has a story. So be bold and embrace your uniqueness. Because in doing so, you give hope to others just like you. Step into your light, because in doing so, you give others permission to step outside their darkness. And in times like this, when all seems hopeless, your dopeness can help someone cope with what they yet to notice. And that is, they will never have to feel like they're alone. So my message to those just like you and me, be brave enough to stand and say, I'm not afraid to be this way. Be courageous enough to pursue what fuels that inner child to be as creative as life itself. I know it's difficult. It may even seem impossible, but you cannot give up. Kick, scream, cry, do whatever it is you have to do to let frustrations out, but keep going. Keep fighting. Keep showing up for yourself because you are enough. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. They don't walk in your shoes. So be unapologetically you. Because when it's all said and done, them long nights spent crying, those are the times that count the most. Those are the times you show up and give 100% of your effort. Because when your back's against the wall and you're down, that's when you find out what you're made of. That's when you find out how strong you truly are.
Thank you, Keybo.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Keybo, that was absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so, oh my goodness, that's really a hard act to follow. And so what I'm going to do is have a moment of vulnerability. And right, so I'm the new ED, but I'm also really kind of new to the theater space. And so what I'm gonna ask you all to do is to join me right now in an activity that all of our young people, and I mean, these are hundreds of young people, they participate or they engage in this activity every time they meet with their teaching artists. And it is called mirroring. And this is something that we all can do from the youngest to the oldest. And so what I'm gonna have you all do is whatever I do, I want you to follow me, right? And so mirroring. So basically, I'm gonna do something and you do the exact same thing as I'm doing it. And so I'm from the Prince era, right? And so I absolutely love Prince. And so one of his moves that I absolutely love is when he's just like, so come on guys, do it with me. Woo! Love it, Suzy. And then I was talking to my daughter who's 14 years old and I was like, all right, you have to tell me what the young people are doing now. Like something that I can engage our younger audience. And so she did something with her arms and her hands and her fists. And it was just like, and I don't know if it's like a dance, but it's just like a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then this is something that I think we all should do, whether you're alone or you're with your family right now, is give yourself and your family members a round of applause. Fantastic. Thank you so very much. Now I feel like I may be actually able to teach a class. And so, and I am really trying my best here with technology. So I have my tablet, I have my laptop, because I'm like, I cannot lose service. And so bear with me. But thank you so very much for taking that time to just be goofy, right? That's one of the things that I love about our organization and working with our young people is that, you know, everyone comes together and we're goofy together. We make our scene partners look good. Everyone is committed to just really just showing up. And at the end of the day, everyone is really, really committed to just yes and. And so we find joy in what we do. We find hope in what we do. We find community in what we do. And we grow closer together through these connections. And so next up, I want to ask Kenny Leon, are you there? And if you are, if you could just click that little hand at the bottom of your screen. We are super honored to have Tony, award-winning director. I'm going to say that again. Tony, award-winning director, Kenny Leon, joining us tonight. Kenny has been an active member of the Opening Act community for years and was set to direct our event on April 6th. And even though we couldn't gather in the theater together, Kenny is here to bring us together anyway. Kenny, are you here? We're gonna, Kenny. And so while we're waiting for Kenny to join us, can everyone just, you know, write in the chat, let us know, what's your favorite Kenny Leon moment?
I see Kenny.
Oh, fantastic. All right, everyone. Lights, camera,
Where am I?
action!
Kenny, this is Z.
Oh, can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Oh. Okay, great. Z, you killing it. You killing it, Z.
I'm trying, Kenny. I'm trying. Thank you.
This is so beautiful. I just finished listening to Jennifer Hudson sing Amazing Grace online. This is so great. This is so beautiful. And I know I got Billy Porter and all these amazing actors on this thing today. And I'm a director. But at once upon a time, I was an actor. So I'm going to try to do a little something today from my acting category. And it's from Athol Fugard. It's a play called Sizwe Banzi is Dead. And it's about how artists have a sacred place in our community. So here it is, Styles Photographic Studio. Reference books, passports, weddings, engagements, birthday parties, and parties. Proprietor Styles. When you look at this place, what do you see? Just another photographic studio where people come because they've lost their reference books and need a new photo for the new one? That I sit them down. No expression, please. Click, click. Come back tomorrow. Then I kick them out and wait for the next one? No, friends. This is more than that. This is a strong room of dreams. The dreamers, my people. The simple people. The people who you never find mentioned in the history books. People who never get statues erected to them or monuments commemorating their great deeds. People who would be forgotten if it wasn't for Styles. That's what I do, friends. Put down in my way on paper the hopes and dreams of my people so that even their children's children would remember a man. These was our grandfather, and say his name. Walk into the houses of New Brighton and you'll find hanging on the walls the history of the people the writers of the big books forget about. That's he. That's my granddad. Okay, that's enough.
Mwah.
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 Thank you, Kenny.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you too.
I am literally moved to tears. Oh my goodness. And so, who ever thought that technology would work for us in this way? And so much love to Kenny for bringing us that magical moment. And next we are going to have Asia Naomi King. Asia, if you are there, please raise your hand.
And Asia was directed by Kenny in one of our play readings a couple of years ago. And then since then has not only been an incredible supporter of the organization, but she connected with one of our then high school students, Brittany Adabumola, who is now about to graduate from Syracuse University. The two of them have stayed in contact and she's been mentoring her. Asia, if you see that little hand at the bottom of your screen and you click it, there you are. And Alex will bring you in and we love you so much.
Okay, I love you.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. I was like, did I do it right?
I can't wait for you to meet in person.
I'm so excited. Like, this has been so incredible watching you guys so far. Like, yes, thank God for technology. Oh,
Yes.
All right,
like seeing the little things pop up.
Asia.
Okay, I'm on. Okay, so, all right. So what I wanted to share is from a book called Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. And
It's something that has not only been something guiding for me in terms of my own artistic and creative process, but I think it is especially kind of necessary to remember this during this time. Okay, so fear is boring. My fear became boring to me because it was the same thing every day. I somehow figured out that my fear had no variety to it, no depth, no substance, no texture. I noticed that my fear never changed, never delighted, never offered a surprise twist or an unexpected ending. My fear was a song with only one note, only one word actually, and that word was stop, which means that my fear always made predictably boring decisions, like a choose your own ending book that always had the same ending, nothingness. I also realized that my fear was boring because it was identical to everyone else's fear, because all of us humans were equipped with the same basic fear package when we were being knitted in our mother's wombs. And not just humans. If you pass your hand over a petri dish containing a tadpole, the tadpole will flinch beneath your shadow. That tadpole cannot write poetry, and it cannot sing, and it will never know love or jealousy or triumph. And it has a brain the size of a punctuation mark, but it damn sure knows how to be afraid of the unknown. Well, so do I. So do we all. But there's nothing particularly compelling about that. You don't get any special credit for knowing how to be afraid of the unknown. Now, you probably think I'm going to tell you that you must become fearless in order to live a more creative life. But I'm not going to tell you that because I don't happen to believe it's true. Creativity is a path for the brave, yes, but it is not a path for the fearless. And it's important to recognize the distinction. Bravery means doing something scary. Fearlessness means not even understanding what the word scary means. The truth is, you need your fear for obvious reasons of basic survival, because if you didn't have any fear, you would lead a short, crazy, stupid life. You would walk into traffic. You would drift off into the woods and be eaten by bears. So yes, you absolutely do need your fear in order to protect you from actual dangers. But you do not need your fear in the realm of creative expression. Just because you don't need your fear when it comes to creativity, of course, doesn't mean your fear won't show up. Trust me, your fear will always show up, especially when you're trying to be inventive or innovative. Your fear will always be triggered by your creativity, because creativity asks you to enter into realms of uncertain outcome, and fear hates uncertain outcome. Your fear will always assume that any uncertain outcome is destined to end in a bloody, horrible death. But I made a decision a long time ago that I wanted creativity in my life, and I had to make space for fear too. I cordially invite my fear to be together. I understand you'll be joining us because you always do. Apparently, your job is to induce complete panic whenever I'm about to do anything interesting. But I will also be doing my job on this road trip, which is to work hard and stay focused. And creativity will be doing its job, which is to remain stimulating and inspiring. Creativity and I are the only ones who will be making any decisions along the way. You're allowed to have a seat and you're allowed to have a voice, but you are absolutely not allowed to have a vote. You are for me and creativity and fear side by side by side, forever advancing once more into the terrifying but marvelous terrain of unknown outcome. Your fear around, but it is always worth it. Because if you can't learn to travel comfortably alongside your fear, then you'll never be able to go anywhere interesting. And that would be a pity, because your life is short do really interesting things and make really interesting things while you're still here. And you have treasures hidden within you, extraordinary treasures, and so do I, and so does everyone around us. And bringing those treasures to light takes work and faith and focus and courage and hours of devotion, and the clock is ticking and the world is spinning, and we simply do not have time anymore to think so small.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know that this was going to become a crying fest, but I'm just going to go with it. That was absolutely beautiful. It was beautiful. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. I mean, I love Opening Act. I love what it stands for. I love what it does. And I think that's one of the biggest things that you guys have all infused into these students, to go out into the world and be brave and courageous and use your voices and explore and be creative and have the fun.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Asia.
Thank you.
We can keep all those things alive for our students and our community right now. That's even more powerful, maybe, than what we do in times that aren't quite like this. So, thank you.
Exactly.
Mwah.
Mwah. Thank you.
And so again, everyone, that was Asia, who is also on our artistic advisory board and just a valuable asset to our Opening Act community. And she's also from How to Get Away with Murder. And so, woo, I think I need some tissue. I'm gonna try my best to keep it together.
You go get your tissue, Z. We're gonna bring out now Mohammed. If you can raise your hand, Alex will bring you in. Mohammed is one of our current Opening Act High School students. He is a member of our student leadership company. He was set to perform as part of the student leadership company in our play reading, our in-person play reading. But even though we can't do that, he is here tonight. He wrote a brief poem that he wants to share with you about his experience with Opening Act. I see him there. Mohammed also kind of amazing because he's rotated schools. He started out at an Opening Act school. He heard about Opening Act, and we got him permission to go to another school. And then we unfortunately had to close our program at that school. And he said, well, I'm not leaving Opening Act. And so we said, well, there's another school this way in Brooklyn, come there. And so now he comes there. I've had the pleasure to teach him. I'm not gonna talk anymore. Mohammed, take it away.
Thank you. I was lost in high school, my freshman year. A new chapter began, and my life was shifting gears. I wasn't having a hard time finding my classrooms. I was having a hard time finding my true passion, acting. It took a year, but then I was finally offered an opportunity, something called Opening Night. I didn't know what it was since it was new to me. I had my first class.
Mohammed. Uh-oh. Mohammed, can you hear me? Uh-oh. Oh, now you just came back. We lost your audio about halfway through. It's okay. Everyone just doesn't want to miss it. Can you go back to like a couple lines in and start again?
Okay.
You got this. Yes, and.
You want me to start? You want me to start from the beginning? I could.
Yes.
Okay. I was lost in high school, my freshman year. A new chapter began, and my life was shifting gears. I wasn't lost in finding my classrooms. I was lost in finding my true passion, acting. It took a year, but then I was finally offered an opportunity, something called Opening Act. I didn't know what it was since it was new to me. I had my first class, and I gotta admit, it was really weird. Classes after classes, I was being filled with knowledge. I finally felt satisfied because I knew acting would pay off in college. My teaching artists, Katie and Erika, offered me an opportunity to join SLC. I met other kids from different opening act communities. My success was credited due to my hard work. And at the end of the day, I am a star that just wants to burst. Thank you.
Yay! Mohammed, you want to introduce our next person?
Yes. Before I want to introduce our next guest, I just want to say thank you, opening act. You know, even if like with this whole pandemic thing going on, I just want to say thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank for like performing my poem in front of you guys. I appreciate it. And now I'd like to introduce Anthony Ramos from Broadway's play Hamilton and his new upcoming movie In the Heights. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed. I see Anthony signing out. Anthony
Thank
Ramos,
you. Thank you.
we love you.
Yo, what up?
How you doing?
I'm cool. I'm in my crib with my two puppies.
Nice.
Trying to get a hold of them. You know what I'm saying? Just you know what I mean?
Children, my two children and your two puppies.
Right. Yeah.
I know you went to New York City Public School. You had your own interesting experience with the arts coming into your life. Will you tell us more about it?
Yeah. I mean, my journey is wild. I had, hold on, give me 2 seconds. Yo, fam, real quick. Just can y'all keep it down? I just gotta do this real quick. Sorry, love y'all. Yeah, I got a full, social distancing, but got the full house, family here, but
We feel like we're there with you. It's nice.
yeah. No, but I went to public school in New York and Brooklyn. I got a full scholarship to college to go to musical theater school, which was bananas. But I had an amazing teacher who took me under her wing, and she basically was like, I was pretty misguided in school, and she was just basically like, yo, like you have a lot of talent, dude. Like I'm not gonna let you waste it, because I was for sure about to waste it, it was incredible. She's been like an angel in my life. She's still one of my mentors, and I'm so grateful for her. Her name is Sarah Steinwise, and I was playing baseball, and I got hurt, and it was I was pretty discouraged and I was pretty down about it, and I applied to like 8 schools to play ball. Though I had gotten healthy, I applied to like about 8 schools, and all of a sudden, all my applications get withdrawn. I had no college to go to because I didn't get the forms in time, the financial aid forms in time, and that was rough. And so I felt pretty hopeless. We thought about going to the Navy, and just Sarah Steinwise just wouldn't give up on me. She was like, nah, she pulled me out of a community theater rehearsal one day. I'll never forget it. And she was like, hey man, first of all, she gave me a pamphlet for a school to audition for, this college. I go and audition. I was scared. The recurring theme was I was scared of all these things that felt so uncomfortable to me, and all of these things that felt like they could change my life, but because they felt so big and so monumental, I was afraid. And I'm just grateful for someone who was like, it's okay that you're afraid. I'm not scared, so I'm gonna. I can be that person. I can be the person you can lean on. And she was like my rock. And it was just it was incredible. Like I auditioned for the school, I got in, I couldn't afford it. She pulled me out of that rehearsal. She's like, yo, I'll give your name to the Jerry Seinfeld Scholarship Fund. Told them your story and they want to meet you. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. And I didn't have good grades. I didn't have good enough grades to get any kind of scholarship. And but they wanted to meet me nonetheless, and I go and I meet them, and I tell this woman my story, Kate Fenneman, who is a good friend of mine now, and who gave me the opportunity now to join what we call a pod. So there's a few of us, I think about 4 or 5 of us that give money to a student to go to college now through Kate. It was pretty fire that it's just amazing how life just does, it comes back around. Opportunities like this come back around, and long story short, man, like Kate, I told her my story. She was crying. I was crying. I was like, all right, I gotta go. It's like school's calling me for a loan. I couldn't afford it. And like 2 days later, I told the school, hey, can you just give me one more day? Didn't really know what I was gonna do with it, a day, but a couple hours later, after I hung up the phone with the school, and Kate calls me and she's like, hey, we want to pay for your school for all 4 years. And it was crazy. Like my life changed in an instant. I grew up in the projects. I grew up, poor, my household income was at least $30,000 a year, probably. It was, it was tough, but I remember I had asked Kate, I said to Kate, I said, I don't need a handout. I don't need anybody to give me a handout. I just need a shot. I need an opportunity. My grades are not a reflection of me, and I won't let you down if you give me this opportunity. And they did. And grateful to God. 9 years after graduation, I'm starring in my first big motion picture film, and I'm grateful for so many amazing opportunities have come. I got signed to Republic Records and put out my first album last year. Like, this is amazing things. But I just want to encourage people right now, for anybody who is, it's funny. I just got off the phone with my manager because I was just talking to her about, I confessed to her, right? I've been delaying a self-tape audition that I was going to send to a casting company. I've been delaying it, putting it off. And I never really gave them an excuse. And then I confessed to her today. I said, you want to know why I've been delaying this? It's because I've been feeling self-conscious about putting myself on tape for this thing. And I actually am afraid. This is such an amazing film, and it's with such amazing actors. And I'm just scared, and she was like, look, bro, whether you get it or not, you're incredible. You're special. And it's not about getting the part, bro. It's about putting your name in the pot. It's about just getting your name in the pot and giving yourself a shot. And I just want to encourage anybody, and anybody and everybody watching, just give yourself a shot. I set up a piano in my apartment. I don't play piano, but I'm learning. I have to cut final vocals for my second album. I don't know how to work the programs, but I have to do that. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm afraid of messing up or failing, but I just want to encourage anybody that who feels that you're not alone, and it's all right, and it's okay to fail. It's okay to feel that, because anytime I felt that in my life, amazing things have come. Anytime I've pushed through that, and sometimes we don't get what we want, but we always get what we need. At least I've found that for myself. So I just want to leave everybody with that. But I'm so grateful for being able to come on today and share. And opening act is incredible. And I remember I did a reading with Dominique Fishback a couple years ago, and it was pretty awesome. So thank y'all for all that you do, and for giving a chance to kids like me, giving us a chance to be in the mix and see artists perform who we can look up to, and artists who we can look at and be like, man, yeah, that person looks and sounds like me, or that person, I can relate to that person, or just giving us a chance to just be in the room, just to be in the room, because sometimes it's hard to even get a Broadway ticket. So thank y'all for what you do, and I hope this encouraged somebody today.
Anthony, thank you. Thank you. I'm from Brooklyn, right? So I'm
Let's
like,
go.
Brooklyn in the house.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, Brooklyn.
You know what I'm saying?
And story is very similar. And I just want to tell you, I'm rooting for you. Thank you for being transparent and laying your vulnerability on the line, because we will be afraid sometimes, right? But the acronym here is false evidence appearing real, right? And so thank you for showing us that we got to embrace our brilliance. You talked about mentorship. I think mentorship is essential for all young people. So shout out to that educator that took the time to invest in you. right?
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
what we're doing right now with our teaching artists, right? We need to show our young people and give them a reference that someone believes in you and you can do it, right? And
Right.
so, and if you don't see the door, right, do it in the hallway. Just make it happen. Make it
Yeah.
happen. The reality of it is sometimes your zip code will tell you that doors have been locked. But I tell young people all the time, do what you got to do. Kick the door open, show the world what you got, and eventually the doors will be unlocked. And
Yeah.
so thank you. Thank you. You are a rock star. You're amazing. And keep making it happen.
Thank you. That was such an amazing interpretation of that, of the word false. What is it? False evidence
Evidence
appearing real. That's incredible. That's, I mean, that's, yo, you just crushed me with that. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so way over time, but thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Listen, all we got right now is time, right? And time is opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for this. Thank you for this opportunity, and
thank you.
And I appreciate y'all. All right. God bless.
God bless.
Later.
Mwah. Woo! All right. Am I the only one that kind of feels like you need to just woosah?
You're not the only one.
I'm telling you, but this is what it's all about, right? Like, you know, oftentimes people look at your organization, and they might think that you only do one thing, but the reality of it is that when you're engaging with young people, we do so much more, right? And some of the things that Anthony talked about is what we do every single day. Our teaching artists are mentors, right? Our organization provides opportunities and access for our young people to do things that they may have never done before, although they dreamed about it. And so what we're doing is really helping them to embrace those fears and not let those fears stop them from being the best that they can be. And so now, we've talked a lot about who we are, what we do. Let's bring on Izzy and JT, one of our teaching artists, and Izzy, one of our students who is a part of this everyday experience that we are all trying our best not to disrupt. And so JT and Izzy, if you're there, raise your hands. Hey.
Wow, sorry, my living room got really dark since we started this. It was natural light before. It was nice. Hi, everyone.
Hi. How are you?
Yes, Izzy.
Hey, Izzy.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am wonderful. Trying my best to hold back tears. How are you?
I'm good.
Good? Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so I'm just gonna, we're gonna have a conversation. This is no different than when you're in a classroom, with JT and y'all are doing y'all thing. And so, but I want you both to talk to us about what your weekly opening act sessions mean to you and what you're missing most right now.
Wow.
I know it's a loaded question, right?
I'm not really missing anything right now. I mean, I miss everybody there right now. I'm missing seeing everybody's face and hugging everybody and like the connection that we all have. And wow, what was the other question?
No, that was perfect, Izzy. I think that was I would say I'm missing, that's what I'm missing too, is just seeing y'all. And especially you're like the first one to walk in every Tuesday and give me the biggest hug. And our last week together, we were already I don't think we can hug anymore. I'm sorry. And that was so heartbreaking because I think I miss most just how much y'all inspired me. And I would walk out every Tuesday at 5:05, feeling so good no matter how I came in. And I especially miss our shout outs at the end of class. That was one of my favorite things that we were doing, was just shouting each other out. We do 3 quick shout outs and y'all would say the most sweet, supportive things to each other. And so I just miss seeing how y'all were always there for each other. And also, of course, brilliant improvisers. I'm missing.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. And Izzy, what was like, I mean, you kind of already started saying it, but I wanted to ask you, like, what now, right now that we're interrupted, right? We're not seeing each other every week. What do you, I know, like, what is one of the things that is like most important to you that you wish we could still be doing in the event that, I don't know, somehow we could see each other every week, even if it wasn't in the art room at Cobble Hill?
Right now, what I'm most missing is like, honestly, like what I told you before, our improv, when we would like go back and forth, do our little 3-minute like improv sessions, and our group sessions, and of course like us communicating together as always, like through the golden band, or like through meditation, or like just like saying at the end like our feelings or how like we feel, besides saying tired or hungry.
Yeah.
That's mostly what that's mostly what I'm missing right now.
Yeah.
And just, seeing everybody, communicating, and just
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I hope that we can bring some of that to you soon, even if it's not in person, because I know we talked about how it's open act always helps us with our stress and with getting out of our shell, right? You were one of our quietest kids in September, and now look at you on a giant Zoom call telling the world how awesome you are and how much fun we have. So thank you, and I can't wait to see you again soon.
Yes, I miss you.
I miss you, Izzy.
I miss you, Izzy.
Hi, Suzy.
Mwah. I know we're totally over time, but everyone is brilliant to stop. But Z, you want to let folks know where we are, and then we'll bring on the amazing Billy Porter and James Monroe Eigelhart from Freestyle Love Supreme before folks tune out.
Yep, definitely. And so, Izzy talked about it. Anthony talked about it. We've been talking about it. This is an opportunity for us, although the world has gone dark, and we are all kind of siloed right now. We really want to ensure that we can offer continuity to our young people, that we can keep our programs going, albeit virtually. Our teaching artists can stay connected to our young people and be the mentors and the support that they need. And so this is an opportunity for us for the entire world, all of you that are with us right now, to yes and, right? Yes and contribute, donate to our organization so that we can keep our virtual doors open. One of our core values is including and respecting and empowering. And so we want to include you in this moment, empower you to really help us to continue to help our young people not only develop their own self-respect, but also for our young people to continue to show up and yes and in this world. And so we thank you for coming out tonight. The night is not over, so don't log out yet. But now is your opportunity to donate now. The link is in the chat. Whatever you can give, we greatly appreciate it. Again, we don't want to close our curtains. We believe in our young people. We know that we are going to come out of this pandemic triumphant. And we are teaching our young people the characteristics of being resilient and persevering. And we need your help and we need your support. So let's continue to yes and. Let's continue to show up. Let's continue to include opening act in the development of our young people. Let's continue to empower one another and support one another. Like even after tonight, reach out to someone and tell them about this experience. Just have a moment to live, to breathe, to appreciate that we're all still here and we're all still thriving. And yes, fear is real and fear is a part of what we're all experiencing right now, but it's false evidence appearing real. We got this, we win. And so thank you. I'm gonna turn it over to you, Suzy.
Well, you have never gotten to experience what it feels like when we're in the theater for the play reading and we ask people to raise their hands and say, yes, and yes, I'm gonna give. I don't care if that's $1, that's $5, if that's $500, whatever you have, but it is an incredibly beautiful, overwhelming feeling to see so many hands raised. And I see people are already doing it, but what we're asking for you to do tonight is in those comments, write yes, and, which means yes, I'm gonna contribute something, whatever I got. 50 cents, $50, $50,000, whatever you got, but let Z experience this virtually, which is this extraordinary community coming together and saying yes. And Alex and Kathleen are reposting the links. You can directly donate. You can buy a raffle ticket. That's what's going to get us where we need to be. And in the meantime, Z, introduce our next amazing guest.
And so next up, we have none other. Oh my goodness, I'm just like, woo! I'm so full right now. And so I see your donations coming in. So next we have James Monroe Iglehart coming up.
We got one more before James.
All right, so.
A man who needs no introduction, Billy Porter. Don't leave Billy Porter out. There he is.
Yes, Billy Porter. 15. No introduction. And so Billy, just to let you know, because you're so amazing and there's no introduction, I just kind of was like, Billy will take it away. Hey, Billy, thank you.
Hi. Hi, everybody. How are you guys?
Hey.
Can you hear me? Because I can't really hear y'all.
Oh, that's because we're all muted, because it's all about you now, Billy.
Okay, so you're muted. Okay, so listen. I, as a 50-year-old man, am a product of the very type of organization that Opening Act is. I grew up in Pittsburgh. I grew up very poor, but I had a talent. There were angels in my life, teachers, mentors who led me into the right direction. This was 1980. This was when our government cared about public education. I had a lot of free programs, music programs, dance programs, acting programs. I was busy, and it was free. It was free because the government cared. And one of the things that I love about Opening Act is that we must understand that it's time for us to take care of ourselves. We can't give that responsibility to anybody else. I love Opening Act for that, because the intention is clear. You're here to take care of humanity. It's a gift. It's really, really necessary. Lives are changed, and the world is better because of your organization. I want to read one of my favorite quotes by Marianne Williamson. There's been a lot of talk tonight about pushing through fear. So she said, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, but our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. It is our light and not our darkness that frightens us. Who are we to ask ourselves? Who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us, and it's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. Let me say that one more time. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. And it's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same as we are liberated from our own fear. Our presence automatically liberates others. I live by that. That has saved my life. I love y'all so much. Keep doing what you do and call on me anytime.
Thank you. And you have truly, not only have you just inspired my heart, but you know, I have to pull out my glasses too, because those glasses are everything.
Thank you. I like my accessories.
Oh, yes, so do I. I am an accessory person. And so thank you. Thank you. And that's right. Who are we not to be?
Yeah.
Right. We were created, right,
Yes.
to be brilliant and to be amazing and to bring our light to this world.
Yes.
And so thank you so very much, and continue to use your gift to be a blessing, because that's exactly what it is.
Thank you, Z.
Thank
Welcome.
you. All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, well, the time is winding down. I guess I'll take these off right now. I had to have my daughter go and get these. I was like, go get my frames. He's inspiring me.
They're amazing.
But thank you, everyone. We see the donations coming in. We really appreciate it. Let's keep those donations going. Thank you for everyone that's purchasing a raffle ticket. Like, we got this, we will win. And so our closing, now I'm gonna have to introduce the right person.
Yeah.
And so now for our closing, everyone, we would like to introduce to you none other than James Monroe Iglehart. James, if you're there, please come right on in. And yes, I see the donations. Keep them coming.
Let's see how much we can raise for opening act, for our students, for Z and her new leadership in this finale number that James is going to take us through. You want to set him up, Z, with his inspiration?
Yep. So James, we have students, we have teaching artists, and amazing members of our community here. And they've been commenting all evening. I don't know how long you've been on.
I've been on the whole
you
time.
could take some of the words that come to mind when they think of opening act. If you could choose a few of those words that resonate with you as an inspiration for your freestyle, we're going to tell you to go ahead and take it away. So opening act community, throw some words in there so we can give James some more inspiration, but you got this. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, I see it. I need no beat. So I'm going to try to make this freestyle unique. I see joy at first. And that's what we do. For every girl and boy, we bring the joy. We bring that hope, inspiring liberation, because that's what we do. We liberate the fear from myself. Yo, I see family, sensational, empowering, because that's what I want to see. And every time and everybody. Yo, Gertner was at the top of the bring, and Suzy Jackson came back and started to sing. And of course, Parisse was giving it back, and Great Jackson gave out those gifts like that. So I see confidence. I see I see ooh, I see yes. I see transformation, home and boundless. I see giving, I see strength. We give each other back, learning life and healthy. That's what we do. We come up with this cool old groove. Then, of course, Muhammad was who started bursting. He was coming out when he was cold thirsty. And Kitty Leon jumped on and acted direct and back to act. Who knew that black brother could also act? Then Z, the brand new exec. I got to say, girl, you are bringing the heck, because we can't use the word. You know what I mean. There's kids on this Zoom, so that is the team. And then we got to fight. Oh, yes, we got to fight. We got to fight the fear to bring back the right. And well, we got to bring the light, take the darkness away, do what we say. And then Mohammed, of course, Anthony Ramos, if he is afraid, we are okay, because that boy is stronger than leather, stronger than tether. Come back again, because there is no other. And of course, we want to keep the chance to be in the mix. We want to bring that non-false evidence appearing to be real. That fear, we want to bring it, because that's how we feel. Oh, I see the different words, uplift. I see wow now, and that is the gift. Bars, that's what I got, that's what I do. And then JT and Izzy too, I saw what you did, that was oh so cool. And then Billy Porter, did you see those glasses? Accessories, the man always jamming it fastest. Now, who are we not to be? You are playing, that doesn't enlighten the world. No, boys and girls, you have got to enlighten what you do, everything you do to this acapella groove. And let me tell you, we were born to make manifest the glory of the G-O-D. Not some of us, but everyone that you see. Now, everything that we did tonight, you must remember, you got to keep it tight. Everything is about L-O-V-E, and the fear that we have, don't let it bother. See, because you might have fear, but that won't take your creativity. This freestyle is about all of you. Everybody wants to see it as we on this groove, but let me take it back to this rap. Who are we talking about? We're talking about opening act. Opening act that we must get the yes and once we get back as I rap with these hands, everybody sees it from tonight. We might have gone over the time, but it was dope for the rhyme. So all of you people at Opening Act Kids, this is what you need to do, and I spit these rhymes for you straight from the heart. It is time for you you kids to do your part. Now, as you parents out there, you know what to do, honey. Get on the stock and start giving that money, because you don't want these kids to be out on the street. You want these kids to be on that stage to this beat, as they dance, as they act, as they try, as they sing. All of those kids just doing their thing. So one more thing from Jeremiah at his house. Opening act is dope, and now I am out.
Oh my God.
Yes, yes. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, opening that community. Oh, from Freestyle Love Supreme, none other. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. James Monroe Iglehart, you did that in
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Social distancing is a thing of the past. You got to promise us we'll get in the room with our students and do that with them.
That I can promise. I have some friends of mine from my group, Freestyle Love Supreme, and we teach beatboxing, hip hop, and improv. Yes, we can totally do that.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. All right, everyone. James, thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Like, you inspired me. I'm about to go put some pen to paper. I'm like,
Go there, girl. Write them bars. Write them bars.
yes. All right, everyone. And so thank you again. We're about to wrap up the evening. It has been amazing. I know that we're well over time. You know, I'm just like, oh my goodness, I can go on and on all night. But thank you for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Continue to give, donate. The donate information is in the chat. If we could, you know, we talked about this earlier, if we could just kind of, you know, introduce our opening act team members. If you're there, raise your hand and we're gonna bring you on screen. And everyone, we're gonna end this night with something that we do with our young people. And I want everyone, I'm gonna count down from 3, 2 to 1. I want you to make a fist. And when you make that fist, when I get to 1, I want you to just throw that fist to the camera and say, we got this. All right, here's the opening act team. I see Erika, I see Marcus, I see Kathleen, Suzy, you're here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We got this. In scene, everyone. Be well, stay healthy, and we're here virtually, and we'll see you back when the world opens up. Mwah, we love you.
We love you. Good night.
I love y'all.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.